His parents might have helped. So this was making me think about this. There's a lady right here on his, almost like, oh, was this pointing out? So no, there's nothing on the property. This could be before something was built, like a school or something. Passion fruit. Made me think about something too, about somebody using somebody's, body and feeding it to the people, like I said on that. So let's just see. Something was the wrong to a male. It's almost seeming like two of wands here. It's almost like somebody's, I've been waiting for you. I don't know. There now. There's a woman and there's a man. I don't know if these people loved each other at a time when they, paper bag tests and shit like this, okay? Or, there could have been so-called black people that was in a status here of purity. Ain't Mamie. We always get good energy or good something off. Those are our good energy. We go hugging on her and everything just feels so. I mess with fucking Mamie. You know what I'm saying? It's something like this. We got the Five of Swords here. You see, because I was thinking about that document, and and they like, it was like a documentary. Get whatever they want and whatever they need. We don't bother them, and they don't bother us. It's something like that in a weird way. Even sharecropping. Oh, so this will give me sharecropping 2.0. I'll call it like reports, what I was doing back in the day on this channel of sharecropping. And how somebody be like, okay, this is our daddy land or whatever, but the black people was working on the land and doing all this, but then come to find out, by 2 or 3 generations, really originally old Sarah and them, the niggers owned this land first. Then our grandparents came on here and hustled them out of it basically, right? And then still had them work it for a little bit and then make them pay for even the resources, something like this. And in tune, these people could have been taking that money and paying the land off from the people that was working the soil, that don't remember after a couple generations that was their people's soil. They just, and now 3 generations of the Caucasian ones on the soil, and 3 back, the people that's on there working it with them, but now they might get fair wages or something like this. That was theirs first, or there was some kind of shared something here, right? And then you had to wonder if these brainwashing aliens and shit always been here at certain times when things are getting moved to colonize in that fashion, where now the niggers ain't gonna remember that they own the land. Y'all gonna be the new, so on and so forth. And then somebody wake up and say, I want to know more about whatever, or the land my ancestry them grew up on, and then they go looking through some files and be like, wait a minute, oh, JD and them was living on this land for this time, but before that, your mom and them owned this land. They bought it for 12 cents, all 12 acres. Some shit like this. You get what I'm saying? So, 5 of Swords energy in the reverse. And I think this is like what we were talking about that day, but it's almost like somebody was getting pissed off because if I was already having my Ace of Cups starting to move a little bit, who's to say that my dad wasn't having his Ace of Cups as an emperor, and whatever I was talking about triggered something to make whatever entities attached to him to go looking around, find out, oh, Shalonda was telling the truth. And then somebody like, what? Oh, I always wanted some horses and shit, and let's go take this land or whatever. Let's just leave. They said that we can clone ourselves. We don't have to stay around here. Boom. You understand? It's something that somebody was doing here. 5 of Swords. And somebody can't keep this person in a jar anymore. There's no, or some kind of abuse or tormenting or torture or something. Somebody's not doing it anymore or something like this here. I don't know if this is somebody caption this beautiful butterfly, interested about it, how you know about my family or something, but these children are estranged. You could have it where somebody been allegedly married to somebody else or with somebody else for 20 years, not with you. That's their brother or a uncle or something. That's not even your same person. Or that's the clone. That ain't even your same person. But these people funded their baby making abilities with your eggs, and these people didn't treat these children right, and they wonder why wasn't they treated right. And then they look back and they find out, well, damn, is that lady that's online talking all that shit, maybe she is the mama. It's something like this. Okay, something like this. Even though I don't think that these things are supposed to clash like this, but think about it. There could be an empress here that's in reverse that did too much. It's your fault, the fake mama or something that did too much, is why the truth is coming out about who and what something really is. And somebody could be saying that that's you or me. I just highly doubt it. Because I don't think that any of this stuff is for me to claim back. It's just to, if these people try to end me altogether by doing it this way, it's just to basically, I don't even know how much of this shit is like. I would like it if I figure it out and they say, bingo, here's the paperwork. Read that. You was right about everything. But there's no confirmation. I got to keep on going. You see what I'm saying? There's no confirmation. The only confirmation comes from me. I can't even trust other tarot with what they say. It comes from me and God. So, even if this is like, if there's a rip in the genes and I have to sacrifice my happiness or something right now to link it back to those particular children. So in the future, the name ain't written by the fake mama that came up with this idea to steal the husband and steal my eggs and run away because they could. It would be properly written. You see, maybe I didn't birth sons and raise them in my home, but it could be it could be not pride or something, but something fulfilling for a grandfather or something. Cause my dad had all girls and I had all girls, but did we? Or did they just not let us keep the boys in our womb? And I said our womb, and I don't think my dad have a womb. I don't know, but I don't think, but I don't know. I can't say yes or no. I don't know what the fuck he got between his legs, but that's what I'm saying. Somebody couldn't figure something out here. Or is that right? Maybe these people want to serve this woman or this mother, or they have affection for this woman or something. But they wasn't able to do nothing because people knew who the real mama was. These could people like, why do I always get treated like this in a situation or something like this? I know I got these abilities, or I sing better than this person, or I do this better than that person, or I'm faster than Jake. Why I always got to get the short end of the stick? It could be something simple as that. Okay? It could be something as simple as that, a rip in the genes. This could be somebody trying to kill off a God family. Me and somebody was on this planet 1,000 years, birthing children. And then the fact that they tried to manipulate something with documentation and paperwork, there's a rip to get rid of this breed or my kind on the soil, and we can't allow that. That's also putting somebody in like a hierarchy and leaving me on the earth, or trying to put somebody in heaven and leave the other person, or put somebody in fame or something and leave the other person out where they got to look at the person on the screen. Like somebody's doing something that you ain't got the fucking right to do. And these are people that don't care about us, right? They don't really care about us like that, right? Three of Swords energy here. Like somebody was getting robbed of their, it might be over now, but somebody had somebody's head open just dumping out all the stuff into like books and information or articles or something like this. But it's in reverse now. Somebody can't do this anymore, but they could have everything that they need here. Okay. Or do they? Because this could be a lie. Or somebody like, I love you. I'm not going to try to, look, even somebody try to shame you by all the stuff that they seen of you over the years. They put it in something and try to put it online to humiliate you. And now they're hearing something that you're saying and they're like, oh, I better stop. But this is not true. Somebody's still using your image or naked booty picture of you in your shower. They're still doing something here. They are. Okay. Eight of Swords. They can't keep somebody bound or keep you bound no more, though. Let's see. Yeah, this could be also somebody being arrested right as soon as they show up to work or on Monday or something like this here. And then somebody's going to be able to go and be in the Two of Cups here. All right. And then somebody could get the Ace of Pentacles. Like somebody trying to act like they got a choice about something here. Because it's like this Empress in reverse was holding on to this secretly. They was holding on to this money. And now somebody trying to make you have to go in this with a baby or another man. And it's like the Empress, the real Empress, no, we could be friends. You know, this is somebody that could have had you cyber bullying you, cyber raping you, cyber pimping you, cyber harassing you, cyber bullying or trapping you. That could be the new slavery that somebody had somebody in all this time. And it's like master doing that, you know, in the 2020s, you know what I'm saying? In this century, right? And then now looking at you now, like this is somebody that thought you was too ugly, too bald headed, or too fat, or too skinny, or, you know, too lazy, or when you was young or something. So something came like a what did he say in that? One, it's a Levant, no, it's a Levert song, and he like, oh, she fooled me. She just was just like a magazine or something, you know, time again, or something about doing something again, you know, like damn, she was saying all the right words and bop 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 bop, you know, something like this here. Because somebody know where you at when they want to try to put that energy out if they feel like you picked up on the vibe, but all this time they acted like you didn't exist, so you knew, you know what I'm saying? So Eight of Swords energy here. Somebody can't keep controlling your moves, or, you know, if your man die, putting another clone there to fulfill instead of you moving on to something real that's actually gonna grow something. How is abundance herself stuck with a motherfucker that don't want to share their abundance with her? That makes no sense. And then that makes sense for a motherfucker that's trying to ruin the rest of your future. You know what I'm saying? If you was gonna go be with another person that see you abundant, they messing up the idea of how abundant another person would look standing next to your side that actually wanted to be fair. It wasn't an alien, you know, or like I told you, with some of these women that could be leaving this relationship, the person took the maximum sentence, like 30 years. All your kids will be grown by the time you leave this person. You don't got to leave them nothing, or you won't feel bad about just leaving them on their ass or something, you know. And now you all beat up and battered up from his galactic alien friends coming pinching and poking and breaking shit on you or something like this, and transferring you all around. And then now you can't even work. You 50 years old, 60 years old, you can't work. So it's like, you might well just stay with me. You know, it's just some old imbecile type shit. You get what I'm saying? It's like, nah, man, because I can see myself doing a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? I was about to watch this show called The White Lotus, I think. I like that lady. Okay. I used to like her when she was on the with Ben and Shailene Woodley or whatever and stuff like this. I used to watch a show when the girl got pregnant or something when she was, and she had the little boy named John and stuff like this. Well, it kind of reminded me of something like that. Like when I think she go to this White Lotus place or whatever, and she's living there, and she's like an airhead or whatever, but she dressed kind of, you know, flamboyant, and, you know, her makeup is always cute, and her hair and stuff like this, and she's living, you know what I'm saying? And I think the episode that I caught, she was like, she had brought her mother's ashes, and she was like over dramatic, like, oh, my mother's in here, and she was asking people, they help her dump out the ashes in the ocean, and the shit was blowing back in everybody's face on the boat. You know what I'm saying? So it's something, I don't know, it's something like this. Like, I could think about something else to do, you know. And I feel like somebody trying to say, okay, if you choose that road, then you're gonna lose your Ace of Cups, and you're gonna be dumb or something, and then we'll let you go do your own thing. And I'm thinking like, yeah, we gonna have some problems. Yeah, this is like some problems right here. Okay, because they're punishing somebody, or my clones, or somebody else's, because of what I'm saying on this channel. But this is just a messenger. You know, that how they say don't shoot the messenger. Motherfuckers doing it anyway. But don't shoot the messenger. You don't understand that, then you don't deserve to be running nothing on this earth. You dig? Because I'm telling you, somebody already have another vassal and everything prepared to walk away from this life and jump into that and somebody is it's already been ran through. People it's already been ran through. People have recorded this person doing threesomes and stuff that I never even got to do in this lifetime yet. You get what I'm saying? So it's something. Somebody is just ugh. That's why I said whoever. Yeah, he's falling though. Whoever this is that was doing something in the woods or something like this. This person could be falling here. Hold on, y'all.